So just looking at these are the brass boiler bands for the Fowler. Some of these are pretty good and not messed around with too much. This end here looks to be pretty well original. The shape and the taper, and it's quite nice. This one does too, but it's got a couple of screws in it, and this one here looks pretty original. And this one down here looks pretty original, has been riveted and looks good. So these two here have been made up out of a bit of flat. Might be worthwhile actually machining and making a couple of castings to match. So make a pattern up, do that. That's doable. Without a lot of expenditure, and it makes them all the same. Now, I'm guessing that because this is still all riveted up and everything, the copper rivets in it, this is probably original boiler band, this long one. So the long one must go around the middle, I think. And that leaves 4 short ones. So this one here has, or these two have this galvanised steel plate here, which is a bit ugly, and no one's even bothered to deburr it. This plate, it's got 2 screws in here, and I'm guessing, even though they seem a bit short, quite a lot short, that this one and this one bolt together like that with something through the hole. I've got no idea what they do. So something's not quite right, or there's pieces missing, or what the story is, I'm not sure. Why that's got that funny cutout in there, and why the hole's not quite in the middle, that's one of life's mysteries too. So I'm sure these were actually on the roller, but I'd really like to know how they all work. So we've got basically 2 short ones, 2 very short ones, which seem to have that steel plate in the middle, and 2 more short ones, very short ones, the same, with that steel plate as well. Now whether they go round something, or whether they actually fit round the cylinder, or what the story is, I don't know. And we've got one long one that'll go right round. So they're a bit knocked about. This one's had something bolted on here. If anyone has any clue what was actually bolted on here, it looks like someone's cut the rivets from the back, whatever was on here. I'd like to know, is it a pipe bracket or something? Don't know. And this one's actually looks like it's been rubbing on the flywheel or something, I don't know. But anyway, that's where we're at. That's the boiler bands, and they're certainly fixable, and they'll clean up all right. I think first job is to actually get a couple more of these cast, and sort of straighten and flatten them out, and seeing what we can do. This one's got a nasty groove in the front where it's worn through, but if we turn this over and attach the piece to the other side's probably not terrible, so we get away with that. This one here, no idea what goes here. It looks original, except someone's replaced the copper rivets. No idea. Some feedback, or a drawing, or some help, or someone who knows stuff, bearing in mind that I haven't got the roller here to actually go and try it, and I'm working blind a bit because I'm at the other end of the state, really. I'm 300 kilometres north, and I'd like to get them half cleaned up. So I've cleaned most of the oil and grease off today. They're looking all right. I'm at the point that I can get these made, but I really don't know very much else. So anyone who's got any idea at all, very much like to hear from you. It's a Fowler DNA roller. 16771 is the number. and there's 3 boiler bands. I have the cladding as well in 2 halves. That's got to be cleaned up though before we can really get a picture of it and see how it goes. I'd like to get that cleaned up, and probably next weekend's job is to get the cladding cleaned up and these looking half clean so that we can actually do some assessment. So please help.